Hey y'all, how about today we make the perfect Thanksgiving pumpkin pie. It is plant-based, whole food, oil-free, and it's so good. You will not believe that it's healthy for you. It's actually sweetened with dates. That's it, it's so good. Let's begin. Hey y'all, how about today? Plant-based foodies. How to make them. Let's begin. Okay, so to begin with making the greatest pumpkin pie on the planet, you're gonna actually make like a frosting for the top of it, and so we're gonna start with that. Oh wait. Actually, you're going to start with preheating your oven to 350, and then we're going to start with the frosting because it takes the longest. So in like a NutriBullet, you're going to add 5 ounces of dates that are pitted and roughly chopped. And Kelly, that's you calling me, in case you hear that. And then you're going to add sticky. 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract and 3 ounces of raw, unsalted, unroasted cashews. And then to the top of this, you're just gonna add water. So you're gonna start with like, 3/4 of a cup. You wanna make sure everything's covered. So if it's not covered, which mine's not being covered, add a full cup. And mine took a full cup. Okay, so we'll set this aside and then we're gonna start on the crust. Okay, so now for the crust. This is the crust that I make in my cheesecake recipe. It's exactly the same. So just in case you'll have to watch that, and you should, I'm going to recreate that for you. So in your food processor, you're going to take 2 cups of oats. Oops, that I just got everywhere. 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. This is 1 tablespoon of like the hard, you know, when you buy the coconut milk in a can and it separates. That's like the hard, whatever, topping cream way, I don't know. And then a cup of nuts or seeds of your choice. I think in my cheesecake recipe, I use walnuts. I'm out of walnuts today, so I'm gonna use almonds. It's fine, whatever nuts you want. Walnuts are better for you though, FYI. And then in here I have 300 grams of dates. It's about 40 small ones. Obviously that's not 40 there because mine were pretty big. And I just soaked them in hot water for a while because it does help soften them up. And your food processor doesn't have to work quite as hard. So then we're just gonna process this until it like sticks together when you pinch it. Okay, so walnuts are a softer nut, so they're gonna break down faster than these almonds did. Okay, so your pie, well, your pie crust, so you know you're in the South, it's a pie. That's what it's gonna look like, and it's just gorgeous and so pretty, and you just really wanna let it cool completely, like completely. So while that's cooling, we are going to finish our frosting, our icing, or whatever. So I have mine in my NutriBullet. And then you're just gonna puree it until it's completely smooth. And if it gets too thick, because sometimes those cashews make it really, really thick, you can add a little bit more water. Perfect. Now, if you want to make this like a lemon frosting, if you're making something kind of more lemony, you can add, 2 or 3 tablespoons of just lemon juice. And if you want it firmer, which I do, we're gonna chill it for at least an hour, which is perfect because we need to let the crust cool and we still have to make the filling. So I am going to stick this in the fridge and let it chill out there and see y'all soon. That's weird. Okay, so now we are going to make our pumpkin pie filling. So you're gonna take a blender. You really want a powerful blender for this part. Bump your oven up to 400 degrees, by the way. And to a blender, you're gonna add all of the ingredients. So what we have is 1 can of pumpkin puree. Make sure it's pure pumpkin, not, pumpkin pie filling. Sorry, I just got pumpkin all over my kitchen. Pumpkin pie filling or any other kind of squash in there. Make sure it's 100% pumpkin. Which actually you can make your own. I've done it a couple times. It's kind of easy. Okay, and then you're gonna add 1/3 of a cup of your unsweetened, unflavored plant milk. This is 2 teaspoons of pure lemon juice. This is about 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And this is 1/2 cup plus 1 tablespoon of pure maple syrup. That all goes in there. And then we have, this is 1/4 teaspoon of salt, kind of round it, it's a little bit more than 1/4. This is arrowroot powder. You could totally use cornstarch or something else. It's a tablespoon of arrowroot. Why is that hard for me to say today? And then in here we have 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of allspice, and just a few pinches of ground cloves. And then we have some cashews. These are raw cashews. This is 3/4 of a cup. I soaked mine a little bit, mostly out of habit, but you don't really have to. But if you have a powerful enough blender, you don't have to. But I did because it's pretty powerful. But let's not make it work so hard. So now you're just gonna blend it until it's completely smooth. Okay, so you may have to add a little bit of water if it seems really thick. It already smells so good. So you're gonna take your pie crust. I have a mess going on here. And then you're just gonna pour it in there, and then you're gonna bake it at 400 degrees for about 10 minutes. And then you're gonna turn the heat down to 350 and bake it another 25 minutes. You can cover the edges with some foil if it's getting too dark for you. And then you just wanna let it cool completely. It's very important, this pie, kind of like traditional pumpkin pie, you really wanna let it cool a lot before you eat it because it'll like firm up. So it's gonna be golden when you take it out of the oven, but maybe not the middle fully set, and you're gonna wanna bake it longer. Don't do that. As it cools, it will continue to firm up and set. So put it in there 10 minutes, turn the heat down, another 25 minutes until it's golden and almost set. So I'm gonna get this in there and see y'all soon. Okay, so after 10 minutes at 400 and then 25-ish minutes at 350, this is what you have. And it'll jiggle a little bit, but again, as it cools, it's gonna completely set up. So I'm going to let this cool all the way, and then I'll probably slice it and eat a piece. But there you have it, plant-based, whole food, oil-free pumpkin pie. It's so good. So be sure to like and subscribe and share and be blessed, y'all. Happy Thanksgiving.